Hey guys, it's Rich from the Computer Geek. Today we're going to talk about what you can do when your Windows-based computer keeps on freezing on you. This can drive you crazy if it keeps happening, and you're going to want it to stop. Luckily, there are some techniques you can use to fix a frozen computer. The first thing you can do is, if it's freezing on a particular task, is give it some time to process. Sometimes things take longer. Just wait it out a minute or two and see if it corrects itself. If it's still frozen after a minute or two, then you might want to start taking action. However, if you wait a while and your computer is still not responsive, there may be a program or software that is frozen and it's not the actual computer itself. When a program is not responding, all you have to do is click Ctrl-Alt-Delete simultaneously, like so. You get the Windows Task Manager. Find the program that you think is halting on you. I don't have any right now that are frozen, but we're going to pretend it's Internet Explorer. We select it, and then we're going to click End Task, and that shuts it off. Most frozen programs can be fixed using this technique, but if it doesn't work, sometimes you need to reboot to bring it back up. Or you can hold your power button down for 5 seconds, and it'll reboot itself. It may also be possible that you might have a problem with your mouse or keyboard. Try your mouse. See if the pointer is moving. If the pointer is moving, it's probably not your mouse. Try typing on your keyboard. Click the caps lock. Does the light go on? Does it go off? Go to a browser. Can you type? My keyboard's working. If either one of those are not working, try going to the back of your computer, unplug, wait a few seconds, replug them back in, and then reboot your computer. This may solve that problem. There's a chance you might have to reinstall the mouse drivers and the keyboard drivers, which can be a little bit tricky. If your Windows computer constantly freezes, happening all the time, then you might have a bigger problem. You might have a virus or malware issue that's going on. You're going to have to do a few scans. For heavy-duty scanning, I like a program called Malware Bytes. There's a free trial version. It detects and eliminates malware and repairs files that are damaged, and I use it all the time. So if you do not have it, go to this link, www.malwarebytes.com. Once you're there, we're going to go to download. And we're going to scroll way down to the bottom and click the free download. Came up on my download program. I'm going to save to my desktop. So it's downloaded to my desktop. It's right here. I'm going to double click and run it. Accept the agreement. Okay, it's installed itself and it's going to run. It's checking for updates because you want to have the latest version and the most up-to-date virus definitions before you run it. This could take a minute. Okay, I'm going to run a scan. And it's going to take a little bit. When it's done, I'll be back. So hold tight. Okay guys, we're back. My scan is finished. Fortunately for me, I didn't have any viruses. If I did, I would have quarantined and or deleted them. Removed them, finished, closed the program, and did a reboot of my computer. If you decide you like Malware Bytes, you can buy the premium version. It's got a few more extra features that you might find useful. Okay, now viruses and malware are a funny thing. One software alone doesn't get everything. So I also recommend having a secondary antivirus program on your computer. I personally like Kaspersky. It's pretty good. It catches a lot of things that some of the other ones don't. So if you don't have to use Kaspersky, but if you have something already, you're going to want to update it to the latest version and virus definitions and run it. If not, you should find one. Kaspersky's got a trial version. Again, open up a browser, go to Kaspersky.com, go to Downloads, and pick the version you want. I already have it installed, so I can't really load up their trial version. But download it, install it, update to the latest definitions, and run it. And again, it's going to take a few hours. The next possible thing you could do is people keep adding programs to the computer. Adding. Sometimes when you're done using a program, you can remove them. This frees up disk space. This frees up space in your registry. This is going to cause your computer to run better. And that program might be part of the reason why your computer's freezing on you. So to do this, let's go to Start, Control Panel, Uninstall a program. Now these are the programs I have on here. Now there's probably a few of these that I want to get rid of. Let's see here. I think we got some Visual C++ we can get rid of. Visual Studio. So we're going to click the program we want to remove and uninstall. It might take a few minutes. Be careful. If you're not sure if you should uninstall it or not, then you're probably best to leave it, because it might be some system program that's important and your computer will explode. Only remove what you're sure about. I recommend once you've removed all the programs you want to do, I won't do that today, that you can reboot your computer. Always reboot after every one of these activities. It gives it a fresh start, gets rid of things out of the memory, clean slate. Okay guys, I've removed all the software I want to get rid of. I rebooted my computer and I'm going to close off the uninstall. Another thing you can do is a disk error check. Maybe there's a problem with the files on your hard drive, or maybe the hard drive itself has got a problem. So let's go to my computer, C drive. We're going to right click C drive. We're going to go to Properties, left click, Tools, and we're going to check this drive for errors. Check now. We're going to automatically fix the system errors and scan and attempt the recovery of bad sections. Windows can't check the disk while it's in use. Okay, so I have to schedule this. I haven't done this in a while. I guess it's different now. I'm going to schedule this for next time the computer's rebooting. And at the same time, I'm going to schedule a defrag as well. Let's analyze this C drive to see if it would benefit from a defrag. It's going to tell me one way or the other if I need to do it. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take. So I am going to pause and come back as soon as I find out. Okay, we're back. So it did analyze my C drive and it said I'm 2% fragmented. I don't know if that's enough to worry about, but if you were, you just press defrag disk and it's going to go and do it. It's going to take an hour to rearrange the files and makes it more efficient. This could solve your problem, or you might find out that you have a hard drive problem. Now, if your hard drive is on its last legs, you want to get your data off there fast into an alternate storage device and get a new C drive, or you're at risk of losing it all. Update your drivers. Now, I'm not going to go into too much details about this because it's a big process. I could do a video on this alone, and you got to be careful doing it. So basically, we want to right click my computer. We want to go to Manage. We want to go to Device Manager. And these are all the devices that are on your computer. Each one has drivers or computer programs attached that tells it how to run. Sometimes updating to the latest version will stop problems, especially with monitors and video cards, etc. So you would right click, let's say the display adapters. I'm going to click my GeForce video card, right click, update driver software. Now I'm not going to do it now. You would update, hopefully it finds the latest version on the net, updates, reboot. You do this with all your drivers, but you got to be careful. You can run into problems and you could be in a worse position than you were to start with. So we're not doing that right now. If all else fails, you might have a problem with your registry. Your registry is a part of your computer that holds pieces of software that your computer needs to run. And your registry gets cluttered. Programs being installed and uninstalled, and sometimes they don't get cleaned out. And your registry has problems that could cause freezing situations. So there's software out there. One of the ones I've used in the past is RegClinic. You go to regclinic.com, you download their software. They don't have a free version. Their free version will tell you that you have a problem, but they won't fix it for free. So you download their software, you buy the premium version, let it do a scan and clean up all the files. It's not hard to do. And then, of course, as always, reboot your computer at the end. If all else fails, you've got a bad hard drive. And this is important because you can lose your data. Get that data off there. Make a copy on a second hard drive. Zip up all your important files. Put them on a USB key if it's big enough. Or a backup hard drive of some kind. Get it all off there. All your important photos, stories, Word documents, Excel documents, videos, emails. Get it into a safe place. Get a brand new hard drive. Put back on your software. And put back on your personal content. This is a big pain in the butt, and it's a lot of work, but it might have to be done, and if you're not careful, you could lose it all, which might be a permanent fix to your problem. Now, if none of those things helped you, and I can't imagine a case where they wouldn't, you're going to have to take your computer to an expert computer technician at your local computer hardware store, and get him to see if he can fix it. Maybe there's something that's not obvious that's missing, that you've got some kind of unknown problem. Anyways, that's all for now. I know it was a lot of information, and I didn't go into everything in detail, but I only have so much time on this video. If you have any questions or concerns, give us a call, 905-426-1784, or you can see us at www.computer-geek.net. Thanks, guys, for listening.